You know, as I left the convention floor, coming up the steps to come to this taping, I hit the top step and I heard someone calling my name. And as I turned around, I saw one of my former students handing out flyers. And the flyers dealt with stopping an out-of-control federal government. Here's a young high school student who gets it. He gets that according to the U.S. Treasury, we have a federal government that's $13 trillion in debt. He gets that according to the Government Accountability Office, the independent auditor of the federal government, that in less than 10 years, there's no money left to run the government. No money left for education. No money left for defense. No money left for homeland security. All of our tax revenue will go simply to Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and interest on the national debt. He gets that that matters to Utah because 50% of our state annual budget comes from the federal government. In the best managed state in the nation, he gets that 3% of our education budget in Utah comes from the federal government, and yet they exercise 100% veto control over what happens in the classroom. He gets that even in Utah, a conservative state, a large, substantial portion of the money that comes from the state to the schools for education is earmarked. It's as if we tell all of our students, all of our classrooms across the state, everyone gets a size 42 jacket. We know that our children are unique in our own families. We certainly know that our children are unique from community to community. He gets that we have to take the handcuffs off the principals, teachers, and parents and allow them to educate those that they know best and love most without 3 levels of bureaucracy and control. He gets that 70% of the lands in Utah are controlled by the federal government. $1 trillion in minerals are tied up, and then we wonder why we have funding problems for education in the state of Utah. He gets that we have federal mandates now that exert control over every aspect of our lives, and that unless and until we stop those federal intrusions and restore the balance of federalism in our state, that we'll have a federal government that, in the situation that it's in, will continue to exert control over every aspect of our life without funding, without opportunities, without the means to provide for the mandates that they dictate to us. He gets that we have to increase the tax base and not increase the taxes. We have to grow the economy and not grow the government. That young man gets it. I'm running because I'm the father of 4 children. I look at my children, I simply can't bear the thought of kicking that can down the road any farther. We must deal with these big problems now, and in Utah we're so uniquely positioned to deal with these problems better than anyone in the nation. We're uniquely positioned to be the model of what it means to be self-reliant and free to the United States of America. We're uniquely positioned to deal with these things going forward. We must do that now. That's why I'm running for the Utah House of Representatives in District 47. Appreciate your vote.